Uh, I have a pizza on the way.
Vit, I am sorry, but could you allow me to... Could you fill in the void for me here?
Ruminate?
Yes, yes. I am impressed that you managed to recall such a word. In any case, I would prefer to do so alone. Especially with that felt-beaked headache arriving so soon. Especially with them spending more time here more often.
I'm cool with the change, and so's Pizan. What do you have against Pizan anyhow?
I already have enough on my plate to worry about, Vit.
We've had more time than ever to ruminate. It's only been a few weeks, but geez, Chris's invention sure helped us pinpoint those genophils and smash them. We've got so much more time to Just a suggestion, Luce. Maybe it's time we had a vacation or something.
While you have reached the live Lucius Godwin, he wishes no business unless it is mandatory.
I would consider now as mandatory a time as ever, Mr. Godwin.
Yes, of course, Miss Hemsworth. What did you need of me today?
It's about your performance, Mr. Godwin. It's starting to shrink significantly, as if the genophil count has dwindled.
The exterminators are performing as well as ever. It is just that there have been fewer situations recently, and
That ties into performance assessments for my entrepreneurship programs. By your reports, it sounds as though the usefulness of exterminators is bottoming for the moment. It sounds as though you feel the same way. I am sorry to hear.
The genophils are unpredictable horrors. I am sure there will be a resurgence of the monsters sometime soon.
Yes, I am well aware. I am calling to let you know that I would like to have a meeting on, let's say 3 days from now. Top priority. We will discuss any changes in performance.
You are not putting an end to my occupation, are you?
That will depend on your disposition. I would at the very least implore you to keep your eyes, ears, and mind open. Perhaps treat yourself until that day.
But what if more genophils appear before our meeting time? Would a report on that reflect onto my performance?
We shall see, Mr. Godwin. Good night. I look forward to our next meeting.
Is the usurper right, Granddad? Plutarch? Did I get caught up in something so temporary that I let my own pace on the job far too soon? No. There is no way that the genophils would just stop. Perhaps they are combining forces somehow.
So, what's got you down, footstool? So, I came in here to let you know. You know that I've been tweaking the radar. I did it just a bit more when we got back.
Just get to it.
No more traces. Not one sign. Ranva City seems devoid of loose genophils. Oh, come on. You did your job well. Even I have to admit.
Usurper, I must keep doing this well.
So, you say the genophils are necessary now?
It is not that! It is just strange that their numbers would suddenly just vanish. Perhaps they have discovered a means to avoid our detection. That must be a global evolution these monsters have achieved.
If that were so, we'd have still gotten reports from around the city. It's entirely possible they still exist elsewhere, and they could wind up back in here.
That is a generous idea for you to present, Usurper. We shall scour other cities for the presence of genophils and give them the same treatment as we did here.
Just let up on it for now. I will keep you informed about the state of genophils in this city.
All right, I will bring together a mandatory meeting once Vitiel returns. Could you retrieve the Swamp Queen? ability to recall my love for Omnitreat never ceases to amaze me, Vit.
That's because your enjoyment of these gross tasting things is like paranormal. You seem less excited about them than usual, though.
Nonsense. It is merely a wave of fatigue that has caught me unaware for one moment. In any case, Omnitreat bars are easy and packed with the nutritional essentials, while the things you tend to bring to my attention serve only as excess filler.
I know, you've given the speech many times. What if I just started cooking using those things as ingredients?
Why change what is already perfect, Vit?
So, Luce, did you think more about what we're gonna do for the vacation?
I did not give you a clear answer when you asked before, and I thought I implied enough for it to be a no. Your begging shall not sway me further. Besides, I have decided to think more on it while you were gone.
Hey, any chance I could come along too?
I still have not given my answer, and yet you are already being this insistent.
Heck, we haven't even figured out what we're going to do first.
At the risk of further delaying my clarification, we exterminators are indeed going on a hiatus. But this hiatus is until the genophils appear again in some manner, so always remain prepared. And also, what are you cheering for? I still haven't given permission for you to join us.
Well, just happy for you to be willing to unwind for once. As important as the job is and all, you know.
Fine. Depending on where we decide our first stop or however many we take, you may join us. Now then, do any of you have suggestions for destinations?
Guidepost.
Guidepost? The plant where they make all sorts of products for our consumption, far from the least of which being Omni-Treat? Given your interests, I'm a little confused that you would even suggest that, usurper.
That is my answer, and I won't budge from it. Are you suggesting anything better?
Well, I've been wanting to take a tour around there myself for a long while now. Groovy sights and really educational too. The fun kind of learning and all, you know?
I tried to do what I could with you, Vit!
Plus, Chris seems like she really, really wants to go.
I suppose you could say that, yes.
As long as none of you go too far, I'm okay with pretty much whatever. Plus, Vit seems to know what a good time out of this place would be.
Also, don't they have a free-range chicken ranch of sorts in there? Gotta be true to the namesake with interest and all.
Oh? Do you regret your choice with that revelation, usurper?
No, we're still going. I can always skip ahead if... when we get to that point.
Regardless, the decision of our first location and our vacation has been decided. Take any necessary preparations, my exterminators. And you as well, peeping Tom.
What's the rush, Anelia? Got something bugging you today?
I'm just preparing for the worst. I'm just getting a stand-in while we're out, you know?
Don't force yourself if you won't enjoy it. If things are getting really bad at your place, you should focus on that.
Things aren't too bad with my folks right now. Let's just enjoy the trip tomorrow. I've just got other things I'm worried about.
Such as...
The usual.
Oh, jeez, guys! Why have you all been so quiet on the way here? Chris, you say something that'll set Lucius off, then Anelia will break things up.
Vit, the issue is that there really isn't much to talk about right now.
I'm sure there's plenty. Like, Chris, what are you most excited for on this trip? Seeing as I've seen more excitement out of your suggesting guideposts than anything lately.
The mechanical workings of what they do. Basically anything but the live chicken.
Well, I personally am excited for the possibility of learning more about that glorious Omni treat. Besides all that I have already researched, that is.
Vit didn't ask you yet.
Vit would have anyway! Are you trying to usurp Vitiel's position as well?
To be fair, I already knew you were going to say that, so I wasn't gonna ask, period.
So you guys managed to both be wrong. Despite what you two have come up with as far as personal technological advancement, there's been a lot of intellectual reversion between you two.
Oh yeah. things really have seemed like they've been slow for you guys lately. Is it just that you all have been doing really good at wiping the genophils out? Or do you think there's some other crazier reason? Ooh!
It is possible. Even I must agree with someone as nonsensical as you for once.
I guess? It's not like I've noticed any particular movements or anything on the radar. Though I don't exactly keep my eyes on the thing 24/7, you know. And from what I can tell by any sort of motion, it doesn't seem as though more surveillance would enlighten us any further.
Why'd you have to bring their minds back to the genophils, PZ? This is a vacation. You know, for taking our minds off that for a bit.
As I said, Vit, even with their presence not apparent, we must keep at the ready for potential resurgences of the beasts. But it is not our main focus, I suppose.
Our methods allow crops to grow faster with more plentiful results. Advancements have kicked off an agricultural revolution back in 2021. Since then, results have yielded more viability to produce beyond the standard goods of bananas and tea berries. Mix the GM boom in with that, and we wind up with hot stuff like cocoa grapes and cabaneros.
Excuse me!
Yes, Mr. Godwin.
Do any of these these crops perchance play into the production of Omni-Treat?
I suppose it could be said. How that exactly is, I'm just going to keep hush-hush. That is, just for a little bit more. Big stuff planned this week, higher up and all. It's here that we manage only the best in the country's seafood supply. Tuna, lobster, a whole pot of shelly things, sardines. And detoxified puffers. We keep things crystal clear for the fishies, and while we do keep a load in each tank, enough room for them to grow strong enough to eat, deriving from them templates for food culturing. What's your pick, all?
Excuse me.
What is it, Mr. Godwin?
What sort of environment do you manufacture Omni-Treat in?
It's nothing especially fancy from what has been shown so far. Should have figured you've been waiting for this section since I saw your Pizza Peeps getup. Well, as you all might guess from that reaction, this here's where we keep our chicken ranch. A risky business to be sure, but we do everything in our power to make sure no accidents happen with these succulent beasties. Why engage in farming such dangerous creatures for their flavor, you may ask?
I agree.
Chicken meat, not long before its mass market introduction, has proven to be amongst the most nutritionally beneficial meats. Even high quality, rare, and expensive meats such as that of cow pale in comparison to the might of chicken. You see, unlike cattle, bird meat has a tendency to retain beneficial fatty acids like omega-3s in greater capability. The purines they bear are also less heavy than that of other animal products and...
So, Footstool, are you sure being one of the greats like Plutarch is the only reason you've gotten into this business?
Of course. That is my primary goal in life.
If they pop back up, how long are you prepared to keep wiping those things, the genophils, out?
What are you insinuating, usurper? Furthermore, were you also not the one who looked down on my idea of eliminating them? I am sure they will be back.
What if it turned out like, I don't know, they never truly stopped and for longer than you'll be around? Will you still keep dragging Vid and Amelia around if that happened? It'd be hard for us, you, to spend time with them if we had around-the-clock exterminator focus.
But look, usurper. Happy as can be.
See, that's the thing. Are you really prepared to have to dedicate more time to the genophils? It's probably gonna take us, you, different directions and all.
Of course! For that reason, I am going to keep dragging you guys on my path to success. They will all be eradicated. By which I meant Vit.
Oh!
What do you see? Is there a pack nearby?
No! Look!
Don't tap like that. Chickens aren't the smartest, but from the get-go they managed to stay tender. Contrary to popular belief, we don't actually strip them from one another.
Question!
What do you need this time, Mr. Godwin? I am not going to give much more of an answer in regards to chicken use with Omnitreat.
Actually, I was wondering when this cesspit of a containment could be demolished.
Going by your tone, would you rather there be more birds out there than in here?
None anywhere at all would be ideal, but I understand what you were getting at. I suppose I should be thankful instead. For now.
Now then, since some guests seem intent on moving on, let's get ready to wrap up the tour. All right, all. Hope you've enjoyed learning just a bit more about what we do here at Guidepost. Now, you know exactly what's going on inside here, just so we know and help what's going on inside you.
But what about Omnitreat?
If I told you the tour wasn't over yet, would you stop pestering Teresa here about Omnitreat? You, sewage delivery peep. Make like a egg and how does this stupid bird joke go?
Scramble.
Yes, that. But anyway, you've had your fun coming with us and all. Go wait out in the lobby or something.
Fine. I kind of wanted to see things myself, too. Well, whatever it is that she's going to show you.
Yes, just shut your beak and go.
It's not like you know what this is about either.
you, Swamp Queen. On that note, your attitude these past couple days has been bizarre.
Just as you exterminators and other entrepreneurship groups are allowed the chance to follow dreams, we of Guidepost have been getting to work making this stuff of it. Follow me and get ready.
Everything they've shown today's been awesome. Don't you think, Luz?
You know my stance on the chicken ranching all too well, Vit.
But can you imagine something more awesome they've been working on the background? On top of the stuff we've already seen.
Quite possibly the only answer to that is...
Yeah, I know, your gross-ass Omnitree junk. Still... pretty hype stuff to get a backstage tour of this sort of thing, you know? Geez, wouldn't a place advanced as this have security that's actually functional?
Nope. By that reaction, things are working as intended. It's going to be a little bit more. What's your deal, anyway?
For some reason, in the first place, Vitiel here likes to do some dress-up for our occupation. Surely based on some nonsense he has come up with. So, he has become accustomed to the outfit enough to keep up the appearance as he pleases.
Yeah. I had heard from Hemsworth that you've proven to be quite the bunch.
Of course! To reach our desired position, we must stand out as much as we can. Is that not correct?
Now, everyone, let's not make this a silent trip down.
What you're asking is already our standard.
Ah, yes. The most important part of your facility approaches. Where and how Omnitreat is produced.
She still hasn't said anything about Omnitreat, Luce.
There is enough to imply so.
Not exactly. If anything, Omnitreat is basically just a public beta for my dream project. You, Vitil, was it? Of the four of you, you seem to enjoy the tour before the most. What do you think of Omnitreat?
Gross tasting crap for health nuts.
I agree.
Aha! If even the person behind them thinks they're lame, then that's how it's gotta be.
Hold on now. It is convenient, cheap, and excels at the benefits it provides. How could you disown your marvels so easily?
You guys, what if I told you that you could consume Omnitreat in any form you like, with any flavor you'd like, without the nutritional devalue and at a reasonable cost?
Absurd! But I would not put it past what you and your facility are capable of, considering what has been seen before, alongside Omnitreat's presence.